and welcome to Forgetting Freud. I'm Cyndi Doyle.
I'm Brandy Pounds.
Nice to have you here today.
Okay, so today I thought we would talk about grounding. And no, this is not the kind of thing you do.
Go to your room!
Right, no,
okay.
Not that.
Okay.
Grounding as a technique for working with anxiety or with when you've got kids or something that, or teenagers even that have a meltdown and they have a really hard time kind of going from one state of heightened emotions to like, let's chill this out kind of thing. So it's a technique I work on I don't work on, I teach, I guess I work on, whatever, in my office with people. So
it's also good for panic attacks.
Oh, yeah.
Any kind of panic attacks when you have heightened anxiety or when you're feeling really fearful about something. So
Yeah.
I think any kind of heightened emotion, it can be really helpful for.
In the fear thing, just to piggyback that, with kids, sometimes if they have nightmares or maybe they've been through some kind of a trauma and they have a hard time getting to sleep at night, this is a great technique as well with them. So first thing you do is you try to find kind of a safe, quiet place. I know that you've said that that's...
Yeah, sometimes it's just not possible to find a safe, quiet place. Sometimes you're in the middle of chaos, like in the middle of Cabela's in Christmas shopping.
Black Friday.
And on Black Friday, and you can't really find a safe, quiet place. So,
Right.
But this can be used anywhere,
Or a kid's birthday party and the balloon pops and you hit the ground and everybody's like, what the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sometimes you can't find a safe, quiet place, but it's
If you
nice.
can, great. If
Yeah.
not, then okay. So the
Do it
first,
anyway.
right? So the first thing that I want to demonstrate is deep breathing.
Okay.
So we start off by taking a deep breath. When you get to this place, sit down, whatever, take a deep breath. So do you want to demonstrate deep breathing for us?
Sure.
Mrs. Doyle?
With deep breathing, what I always do is I put one on my chest and one on my belly.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why. Because what you want to do is you want to make sure that your breath is coming from the lower part of your lungs. Your lungs actually come way down here, not from your chest.
Not like that.
No, not like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to do it from your deep belly.
Deep belly.
And so if you've ever taken any kind of music or if you've ever played an instrument besides the piano or the guitar.
I've been in a mosh pit.
No, played music.
Oh.
Like sang.
Right.
Or played a woodwind
Gotcha.
instrument, then you're
No.
going to have to take that deep breath. So you take it in and you go and you breathe from your belly. And it's...
So the exhale is really, really important. You want to, when you blow out, you want to kind of imagine that you're blowing on the flame of a candle, and you don't want to blow it out. You just want to move it.
That's a great analogy. I hadn't thought of that before.
Thanks.
What I always think
Control
of is
exhale.
There's also box breathing. It can be described as box breathing, where you breathe in for 5 and hold it for 5, breathe out for 5, and then hold it for 5. Or actually, you could do like 3, 3, 3, and 3. So
Why does there have to be a box?
it's
Can you just go
it's a
3,
military
3?
thing.
Whoa.
It's part of tactical breathing.
Now I feel like a fool.
No.
No, I like it. I want to be all military sassy. Okay,
Right.
all right.
So it's breathe in 2, 3, hold 2, 3, out 2, 3, hold 2, 3.
It's like we're dancing.
Yeah, and it slows down your fight or flight system is what the breathing does.
Gotcha. All right. So we're gonna start with at least 2 of those. Is what I always recommend. It slows things down. So the next thing is I want you to identify 2 things that you see. So if you take the deep breathing, you're kind of relaxed, your shoulders are dropped, and you look around and you're like, I see this hottie. I see, Freud. We were trying to hide him. Freud. I see Freud. I see Sin. I see Freud. So identify 2 things that you see.
I see red cup.
It's one thing.
I see a ring on your finger.
Oh, cute. Okay, so the next thing, so 2 things you see, and then 2 things you feel. So like the chair on my bum would be something I feel, and maybe the silkiness of this very fancy tablecloth I feel.
And I do it a little bit differently. You can do something you feel, which works really well, especially if you're working with younger children. But the other thing you can do is, what do you feel inside your body? So it might be like, I feel
Hunger?
like my stomach's tight.
Oh,
or I feel pressure on my chest, or I feel like a lump in my throat, or I feel
Hands sweaty maybe?
yes, sweaty hands or tingling toes, those kinds of things. So you can do
Could be
one
having
of
a heart
two
attack
ways.
though at that point. I don't really know.
Well, let's not plan for that.
Okay.
You do it one of two ways.
So the next thing is what you hear. Identify one thing you hear. So there's a fan above us. I can hear the whirring of the fan. Whirling of the fan.
Yeah.
And then one thing you smell. We're in a very clean house right now. I don't really smell.
I can do this. Oh, smell coffee.
Right. If you're outside or you're shopping, maybe I don't know, if you're at Cabela's, maybe you smell duct tape or something. That's what they sell. I don't really know. Okay. I sell boats. Anyway. So one thing that you smell, and then one thing you taste. So you're engaging all 5 senses is what's happening.
Yes.
So one thing you taste. Obviously, you may not have a cup of coffee in your hands, but maybe you just had some and you can taste the coffee. Maybe you can taste...
Sometimes you can just taste like, sometimes there's like an acidy taste in your mouth, or sometimes it tastes salty. Sometimes it can just be that, where especially if you're in the fight or flight response, it might be a different type of taste in your mouth. So that's always good. And, or you can always throw some Dove dark chocolate in it.
Right. Or if
Which
you
is-
bite your tongue, you'll taste blood, because that happens to me a lot.
Oh, okay.
I
I
hate
prefer
it.
chocolate.
Right. Okay. So those are the 5 senses that you want to engage. And so the reason this works, the whole theory behind this, is that usually if you're having an anxiety attack or you're having some kind of fear thing, you are having anxiety about the future or about the past. You're worried about something that's coming towards you or potentially coming towards you, or something that already happened. So the idea of grounding is that it puts you in the here and now. It puts you right here. So you can't be freaking out about the past or the future if you're too busy identifying if that's blood or chocolate in your mouth.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, I'm going to piggyback on that, because what it then does is it puts you in what Brandy's saying, the here and now, but it takes you out of your head and into your body. And our enemy sometimes is our brain. Because our brain is, Kristen Neff says this, our brain was there to keep us safe, not to make us happy.
Oh, right. Because the
So-
primitive brain is like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So your brain is thinking about things and, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming. But if you can get into your body, it puts you in the here and
Thanks,
now.
Neff.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
there you go.
perfect. All right, so practice this a few times. I always recommend that clients practice this when they're not feeling that way, so that it's not brand new when they're feeling that way. So
If there's anything that you do that calms you down, or anything, have you heard of the grounding technique before? If there's anything that you do to calm you down, let us know. Put it in the comments below. Let us know what you do, and maybe we can share that or with others, and others can maybe use that as a technique
Yes.
as well. So,
or any other ideas you have that you want to see us film. Which
Yes.
is great.
that'd be great.
All right, well, thanks so much.
Comment below,
Comment below.
subscribe, like the
Subscribe.
video,
Like,
and we will see you soon.
bye.
Bye.